I'm looking at your correspondence here. President Trump potentially eliminating the $500,000 cap on the exclusion for capital gains taxes on the sale of a primary residence. What is your take on that?
I sure hope he does it. So let me explain what that is. In a primary residence, meaning something you've lived in for the last 2 of the last 5 years, the way the tax law is written is if you're single, the first $250,000 of profit that you make is tax-free. If you're married, it's $500,000, but it's limited. Now, $500,000 in most of America is an enormous amount of money. But if you live here in San Diego, it's really not. In fact, if you've owned a home for 7 or 8 years, you probably already have that $500,000. Now, in a normal course of somebody's life, they buy their first house, then they have kids, they buy a little bit bigger house, then they have more kids, and they buy that third house, and that's got a bunch of bedrooms. And that's the one that people tend to stay in 10 or 20 years. Right? They have probably $1 million of equity in that house, but they haven't been giving that house up because even though that house doesn't fit their needs and the kids have moved out and you've got all these empty bedrooms and there's stairs they can't go up and down, they're not getting rid of that house because they would have to pay an enormous amount of money in taxes to give that up to buy a house that would better fit their needs. If Trump eliminates those caps, which I hope he does, imagine the inventory. All these people need, their families have gotten bigger. They need those bedrooms. But those people that are living in those houses right now that don't use those bedrooms won't give that house up because they would have to write, a couple $100,000 check to the IRS. And no matter what the crazy people out there say, the government is not a better steward of your money than you are. All right, so that's why they're sitting in those houses. If he makes that cap go away, we will see inventory open up and we will see people living in houses that better fit their needs.
All right, we'll keep an eye on it.
All right.
Jim Bottrell.
Thank you.
Great, thanks, Jim.